This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. Hi everyone. Welcome to SAP S/4HANA SD training. Okay. So in this certification training today, in this course S4 600 business processes in SAP S/4HANA sales. In this course today we are covering this topic, overview of sales processes, unit 3. This topic we are covering today. Okay, this topic we are covering. So in this topic basically we will cover high level sales end to end process. Okay, on a high level. Okay, what exactly happens from end to end, that process we are covering today. Okay, overview of sales process. Okay, so in this from this session onwards we will be going into the system. We will be going into the system and will perform transactions. Okay, and all the transactions I will be showing you in both Fiori and also in the GUI. Both we will perform all the transactions in both the systems basically. Okay, so let's start the session. Overview of sales processes. The topics that we are going to cover, they are: we will see introduction to sales process, overview of the sales process, end-to-end sales process. Okay, execution of sales process in the system, in S4HANA system. Okay, then creation of pre-sales documents. What are these pre-sales documents? Like inquiry, quotation. What are those documents? How they are created in the system, we will see. Then processing of sales documents. How the sales documents like sales order, how it is created, how it is processed, we will see. Then processing outbound delivery, basically shipping, how the product is delivered. Okay, how the outbound delivery is created, we will see. Then shipping of the goods, that means delivering the product to the customer, how it is done. Okay, then processing billing documents, how the billing happens. So once we sell the product to the customer we have to invoice him, right? So that how that billing happens. Okay, and then processing the payment, so how to receive the payment, incoming payment, we will see. Okay, and then finally what is a process flow, linking of the process flow. So these are the topics we will be covering in the overview of the sales process. Okay, so first we will start with the sales process overview. What is the actual sales process? Okay, so this is the sales process. So first, a prospective customer approaches us. Okay, he approaches an organization. Okay, then he will ask, I need this product. Okay, I need this product, so and so product XYZ, let's say, and I need this much quantity. Okay, and by this date. Okay, so he approaches the organization. Then what you will do, and also the customer will say, I need this product this much quantity by this date, you give me your quotation. Okay, by when can you can deliver. Okay, whether you are able to deliver the full quantity I'm asking, and what is the price, what are the taxes. Okay, all that information he will ask you. Basically he will ask us to provide a quotation. Then what you will do, you will provide a quotation to him that I can supply the product by this date, this much quantity, this is the price I am going to charge. Okay, and these are the taxes I am going to charge also. So overall amount and everything you will provide, so you will provide a quotation. So this is in the pre-sales phase. Okay, once the customer accepts that, okay, I am okay with your quotation, I am okay with your price, tax, or whatever other delivery date, everything, if he says okay, he will provide us a purchase order. That means I am purchase from you, customer says. Now using that purchase order you will be creating the sales order. So now you will enter into the sales phase. So you create a sales order and you provide the sales order to the customer. So sales order will contain what product you are going to sell to which customer, what is the quantity, when are you committed to deliver, what is the price, everything it will have. So customer receives the order and he says okay. Then what you will do, you deliver the product to the customer, shipping. Okay, you pack the product in the as per the procedures, and then you will ship the product to the customer. That is called shipping. You deliver the product to the customer. After that the next step is billing. So now you delivered the product to the customer, now you have to receive the payment from the customer, so you invoice the customer, it is called billing. Okay, so once the billing is done, the final step is payment. So you receive the incoming payment, you receive the payment from the customer. So this one will be handled in finance, exclusively in finance. Okay, the previous steps, these are in sales, basically sales, and final step will be in the finance, receiving the payment from the customer. So this is the end to end sales process basically. Okay, and of course in the shipping phase you will have some interface with your materials management, because customer asked for a product. Either you have to produce that product in your organization, or if you are not producing it, again you have to purchase from a vendor or something. Either you have to procure it or you have to manufacture it. There you will have involve materials management also. Okay, so this is the overall end-to-end sales process. So now in the system, in the SAP system, how this process is executed, what are the documents used. Okay, so first in the pre-sales phase, of course it is optional, it's not mandatory. Whenever customer approaches for a product, you first create inquiry. Okay, so in the inquiry you enter the relevant information like who is a customer, what product he wants, what is the quantity, by which date he wants. That inquiry you will enter. Of course this is a non-binding one, it is just you are entering the information from the customer. Now customer says you give me your quotation. Next step is you create a quotation. So after inquiry, the next step is to create a quotation. So in the quotation, you will enter again what is the product, what is the quantity, how much you are going to charge to the customer, by when can you can deliver. All those things you will enter a quotation. Once the quotation is accepted by the customer, okay, then you will create a sales order. Okay? Sales order is a binding document, legally binding document with the customer. So you are committing to the customer. So once the sales order is created, next step is you have to deliver the product to the customer. Shipping. So in the shipping phase, you will have the delivery. You create an outbound delivery, then you do the goods issue. You deliver the product to the customer. So product goes to the customer place. Okay. Then final step is billing. You do the invoicing. You send your invoice to the customer. Now they have to make the payment, right? So that billing document you will send. After that, the final step is you receive the payment from the customer. Of course, this happens in the FI, financial accounting, finance people activity, not our activity, but it is having integration with us. So we will learn this also on a high level. So now this process we will execute in the system today on a high level. On a high level, we will execute. Okay. So now let's go ahead. First is the pre-sales activities. So in the pre-sales activities, a sales and distribution process may be triggered by specific marketing and pre-sales measures, okay, such as direct mailing campaigns, internet campaigns, trade fair sales activities, or telephone campaigns. Sometimes you only approach the customer. Sometimes, okay, sometimes the customer approaches you. Okay, so a possible result of such campaigns could be a non-binding customer inquiry or a request for quotation. Okay, so customer approaches you for a product, that is nothing but he inquires about a product. I want this product, do you have this product in your organization? If available, when can you deliver? What is your charge, how much you are going to charge? So all that information he will ask. It is nothing but inquiry. He is inquiring about a product. Okay, inquiries and quotations help you to determine important sales related data and can be saved as documents. So for future reference, you will create them in the system and save as documents. Suppose tomorrow you want to get a data like this particular customer, so and so customer, how many times has approached us for asking for a product. If you want to get that information or data from the system, those things you create as inquiry. Okay, if the customer places an order, you can then access this data. So after that customer says okay, I'm okay with your quotation, now you sell me the product. Okay, then that time you can access this earlier created data, inquiry. Okay, and also use this pre-sales information to plan and evaluate your marketing and sales strategies, and as the basis for establishing long-term business relationships with your customer. So you, if you have this pre-sales information like your inquiries and quotations in the system, for in future you can evaluate that data, according to that you will try to establish a relationship with your customers. So even though they are optional, you can create them in the system for future use. So as I just explained, they are basically optional, inquiry and quotation. Okay, but still we will create in the system. So this is the one, pre-sales activities. So pre-sales activities include entering and tracking customer contacts, mailing campaigns. Okay, you only advertise about your product through various channels. Okay, answering customer telephone queries. Now customer approaches for a product, then you create an inquiry and followed by the quotation. So these activities will happen normally in the pre-sales activity. Okay, so now first we will start the pre-sales activities in the system. So the first step is creation of inquiry inquiry. So we'll create this inquiry. So the T code is VA11. VA11. First we will execute in S4 HANA GUI. Then also we will create in the, what do you say, uh, in the Fury also. Okay, so first step is inquiry. So let's go to the system. Okay, so getting recorded, right? It's fine. Okay, so I'll show you the navigation menu path for some time. Then after that, I will be directly entering in the command field. Okay, go to logistics, go to sales and distribution. Okay, go to sales. Okay, you have here inquiry. Open this VA11. Okay, create inquiry. This is the T code. Okay, don't worry about these fields and all. We have a separate session again on the pre-sales phase, in-depth session. Just in this session you just try to understand on a high level how it is executed in the system. Okay, so I am selecting a inquiry type here, like called IN. Okay, now what is this inquiry type, why it is used, how these are created, how these inquiry types are created, what is their function, what does they control, all those things we will discuss in the subsequent sessions when we go into the depth. Okay, just enter an inquiry type of inquiry. Okay, IN. Now next, sales org, distribution channel and division. These we already discussed in our enterprise structure session. We discussed what is sales org, what is distribution channel, what is division. Those things we have discussed already. Okay, so throughout my training, this training, we will be using sales org 1010, distribution channel 10 and division 00. Okay, that means we are selling the product from this sales organization, distribution channel. This is a distribution channel through which we are sending, we are going to send the product to the customer, and this is the division. Okay, enter that sales org 1010. You can select from the list, but just to save the time I'm directly entering distribution channel and division. Okay, so now enter. Okay, you are into the next screen, create inquiry. Don't worry about all these fields and all. At this stage we are just trying to, at this phase we are just trying to understand the system, understand the business process. In the subsequent sessions we will be going into in depth. We will discuss about all these fields, how they are used, what is their significance, what is their importance, we will understand. In this session our main objective is to understand the basic end-to-end flow. Okay, so now sold to party. Okay, who is the customer? One customer has approached you for a product. I want this much quantity, I want by this date, you give me your quotation. Okay, then that initial inquiry we are entering in the system. So I am entering a customer code here. This is the customer. Every customer will have a code in the system. Again, how to create this code, how to create the customer master, business partner. Okay, how it is created, when it is created, all those things we will be covering in a master data session. Don't worry, this is the customer code. Enter that. Now here you enter some description reference. I'll enter 7 training. Okay, now enter the material. Okay, I am using this material today, product. Don't get confused. for the time being you think it as a product. So this customer has approached us for this product, and he says, I want 10 quantity, 10 quantity. Okay. Uh, Now I'll enter the plant also here. He wants from this plant. Okay, 1010. So again I'm repeating, the meaning of this transaction is this customer has approached our organization. He wants this product, this much quantity, and delivery date, he says, I want this by next week, let's say 29th, 29th of August. Okay, so when he approaches for us, we are creating this inquiry. This is just he inquired about the product, that's all. No commitment, nothing as of now. So now you save the inquiry. Just I'm saving the inquiry. That's fine. Okay, so inquiry is created. What is the inquiry number? At the bottom, system has created a document number 1400195. So let me go to that. I'll take that number. Okay, this is my inquiry. Okay, I'll put it over here. My inquiry is this one. Okay, now same inquiry we will create in the through Fiori. Okay, let's execute both as for GUI and Fiori also. So I'll go to Fiori. Already in the earlier session we discussed how to log into Fiori, how to go to Fiori. Basic navigation we already discussed. So now I'll go to Fiori. Okay, so I'm logging into Fiori. Okay, so now here I have already I have added the apps tiles. So here you have manage sales inquiries. This is a Fiori app. So go to this Fiori app. Okay, you will go here. Okay, then here you have a button, create inquiry. Click on this button. Okay, so again almost you will go to the similar kind of screen. Okay, inquiry type, select it, IN. Okay, sales of 1010, distribution channel 10, division 00. Then continue. Okay, enter your sold to party. Sold to party is this one. Okay, then okay, now enter your product. What is the product? Product is this one. Okay, then he wants 10 quantity. Okay, now scroll to right. I'll enter the plant 1010. Okay, done, everything is entered. Okay, and he wants by next week, so 29, 29. Okay, enter. That's okay, continue. Now everything is entered. Okay, now I am saving it. I'm saving the inquiry. Save. So inquiry is created. What is this inquiry number? 196. From the Fiori which we created, the inquiry number is 196. 196. So this is the inquiry. So we have created inquiry through both the methods, through GUI and also from Fiori. Okay. Now, when the customer asks for a approaches, inquires about product, finally he say, you give me your quotation. When are you going to deliver? What is your price? How much you are going to charge me? Okay, you provide me your quotation. Based on that, I will decide whether to buy or not. Customer says. So the next step is you will be creating the quotation. So we are here. We created an inquiry. Now next step is to create a quotation. Okay, so let's create a quotation. So next step is quotation. Quotation. The T code is VA21. VA21. Okay. So now first let me execute through GUI. Okay. So go to open the folder quotation VA21. Okay. So again I'm repeating. Always your focus should be on not on the transaction execution. Your focus should be on understanding the concepts. Why we are creating this transaction? Why we are executing this transaction. At what point of time we have to execute this transaction? When you execute this transaction, what happens exactly? That you have to understand from a consultant perspective. Okay, creating the executing the transactions is not a big deal. Understanding the concepts, theoretical thing is very important. Okay, so now when we are going to create a quotation, we want to give our information to the customer that I am going to deliver on this date, this much quantity I can deliver. Okay, and I am going to charge you this much. That time you create a quotation. So quotation type again, qt, qt, my sales stock distribution channel division. Okay, now I want to create this quotation with reference to my earlier inquiry. Okay, so here you see there is a button create with reference. You can create directly also, that again we will learn in depth when we go to the pre-sales phase, pre-sales topic that time. But as of now, let's create with reference to inquiry. Here you have a button create with reference, enter. Okay, so you will get this pop-up box, dialog box. Here you enter your inquiry. So what is your inquiry for GUI? This is the inquiry we created from GUI. So I'll take that. Okay, enter your inquiry. Okay, and then copy. When you click on copy, all the information from this inquiry will get copied to the quotation. No need to again enter all the information in the quotation, not required. Okay, so I'll click on the button copy. See what happened? Everything got copied to the quotation. Customer code, sold to party code, material code, quantity, everything got copied. Okay, so now here let me put 7 training. This is GUI, right? GUI. Okay, now here you have to have the quotation validity. You say him, my quotation is valid from today's to next 1 month, let's say next 1 month. So next 1 month will be 9 September. Okay, so my quotation is valid for this duration from today's to next 1 month. And you enter the price details here. If you go here, conditions, you can see the information here. Total I am going to charge you €1,000 and tax 190. Okay, and don't worry about this, how to set up all these prices and all we will discuss when we go to the pricing topic in depth. Don't worry about that one. For the time being, we are just understanding the high level end-to-end flow, that's all. Okay, so now, so we are giving the quotation to him. Now delivery date is this one. That's fine, we can deliver, that's okay. Everything is entered right, net value, price, everything is entered right. Okay, now you save this quotation. So I'm saving the quotation. So quotation is created. Okay, normally what happens is they will print this quotation and then they will send it to the customer. Here we are not going to do printing now, just we created a quotation. So now let's display, take this quotation. Okay, this is the quotation number. Okay, now we will create the same quotation through Fieri. Okay, so let's go to Fieri again. Okay, go to the main screen again in the Fieri. Okay, here you have manage sales quotations. You have a tile Fieri app, click on that. Okay, you have this one. You will get this screen. Here you see there is a button create quotation. You will go to this screen, enter qt, quotation type. Again, if you see at the bottom right side there is a button create with reference. Click on that button. You will get the pop-up box. Again, inquiry. Now I'll enter the second day inquiry which we created through Fieri earlier. Take this inquiry. Okay, enter the inquiry. Click on copy. Click on copy. Okay, all the information got copied. Okay, that's fine. Now validity. 22nd, right? 22nd of September, 1 month validity. Everything is okay. I am going to charge this much. All this information is there. Now you save your quotation. So quotation got created. What is the quotation number? 1992. Okay, so I'll put this here. This is your quotation. Okay, so now they will send this quotation through to the customer through various means like mails or print, and you post it. Okay, they will take a printout of this PDF kind of thing, and they will send this quotation to the customer. Okay, now once the next step is customer accepts that quotation. So customer says, okay, I'm okay with your quotation, I'm good to purchase. Now you start your sales process. Okay, so now we are here, we are into the second phase now, sales phase. Okay, so in the sales phase we will be creating the sales order processing. Now from here onwards you will be uh, beginning your sales processes. Okay, if the pre-sales activities have been successful, the customer will order corresponding goods or services. As of now we are talking about goods only, delivering the product, physical product. Okay, after in the next subsequent sessions we will see how to sell the services also, only service. Let's say customer wants a repair in his organization, machine repair. There you are not selling the product, you are just sending a technician and just providing the services. How it is, how it happens, we have a separate session on that, don't worry. Okay, a sales order is then created to represent this process step in SAP S/4HANA. So for the sales process, to trigger the sales process, the first step is creation of sales order. Okay, the sales order contains all the relevant information to process the customer request throughout the whole process cycle. Okay, so it is the trigger point. Okay, the system automatically copies the data from master records and control tables that have been previously prepared. Of course, you should have all the master data like customer code, material code, price information, everything in the system. That anyhow we will understand in the subsequent session how this data is created. Okay. As a result, you avoid input errors during sales order creation and entry of redundant data. Instead of entering data again and again, you create master data as a prerequisite step that we will cover in the master data sessions. Okay. So now sales phase, what happens is the employees in your customer service department take orders, for example, by phone. Okay, so sales orders they create, these sales orders will contain customer and material information, price information, information about delivery date and delivery quantities, and information about shipping processing, and also information about billing. All this information will be there in the sales order. Okay, so now let's create a sales order. Okay, so the next step is, this is pre-sales phase. So far whatever we have done, this is pre-sales phase. Pre-sales phase is completed, and if customer is okay with that, next step is to create the sales order. Sales order. Sales order. Okay, the T code is VA01. 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 Okay, so now let's go to the system and we'll create a sales order. Okay, now here you have order. I'll open the folder VA01 create. Okay, create sales documents. Now enter order type. As of now I'll enter OR. You can select from the list. For the time being I'll enter OR. Same your sales org distribution channel division. Now again I'll create this sales order with reference to our earlier quotation. Customer received the quotation, he says I am okay with this, and he will give a purchase order also. For us it is sales, but for customer it is purchase. So he will provide a purchase order. That purchase order we will enter in the sales order. I'll show you that. So again, click on create with reference. One more thing, you can create sales order directly also without any reference. That again we will understand when we go to sales order topic, in-depth sales order topic. Okay, just as of now, create with reference. So you got this dialog box. Now we are going to create with quotation. So what is a quotation? Which we created through GUI. This is the one. Okay. So I'll enter the quotation. Quotation. Again, click on copy. All the information from the quotation will get copied to the your sales order. Just click on copy. Okay. See, everything got copied here. Okay. Now here the most important thing is, normally sales order is created when the customer gives the purchase order. Okay, so I'll enter that here in the customer reference field. They will enter the PO number. PO number is, let's say, 34567112. So this is the PO number from the customer. I'll put 4500. 3 4 5 6 7 8 2. This is the PO number and his date, PO date also we can enter. Let's say today. And you says to the customer, if you give PO today, I can deliver the product today itself. I have the stock with me. So then delivery date I will change it, today's date. Even though he wants on 29, I can deliver it to you today itself. I have the stock. So I'm changing it to delivery date this one. Now everything got copied, your material, your product, your quantity, everything, plant, everything got copied. Okay. Now here the most important thing is price. So if you double click on this material, okay, so now if you click on this, if you go to conditions, here you have your price. This is the net price, this is the tax. Let me go to schedule lines. Okay, due to something it has taken into 10th. That's fine, that is okay. Some settings are not there properly, that I will correct later, but that's fine. Okay, let's put delivery date on 29th only. Okay, now if you go to wait on, if I go to schedule lines, still it is taking some, due to some settings it is taking delivery date as 1st of September. That's fine, that's fine. Okay, now go back. Okay, now I am saving the sales order. Always remember, for us it is sales, but for customer it is purchase. So this is his PO number. Normally they will link the customer purchase order number into our sales order number here. Okay, and now let me save this. So your sales order is created. What is the sales order number? 5751. 5751. 5751. Now let's create this through Fieri. Let's create this through Fieri. Let me go to Fieri. Okay, go to his main screen. Okay, now here create sales orders. Okay, BA01. Okay, same order type. I'll enter OR. Okay, what is this order type? What is its significance? How it is used? Why do we need to use this order type? All those things we will discuss when we go to configuration, don't worry. Okay, again create with reference. Okay, enter L quotation. So the quotation which we created through Fieri earlier, this is a quotation. Okay, enter the quotation number, then copy. Okay, and also one more thing here, to keep it simple, I entered only one material, one product quantity. You can have multiple products and their quantities also. You can sell multiple products at a time. Okay, but to keep it simple, I just entered only one product. Okay, subsequently we will enter, in the subsequent session we will enter multiple materials with their quantities, how to sell all those things we will understand. Okay, now everything is there here. No need to change anything here. I'll put PO. I'll enter some other PO, like this time I'll enter some different PO, 98765. Okay, 44500. Okay, and his reference date. Customer gave PO on this date, and this is his PO number, purchase order number. Okay, everything is there. Everything is there. Don't worry about all these fields and all. In the subsequent sessions, we will understand all these fields in detail. Don't worry. Payment, what is payment terms? What is this Incoterms? Everything we will understand. Okay, done. Now save it. So now the sales order is created through Fieri. What is the sales order number? 5752. 5752. 5752. That is a sales order number. Okay. So now customer has given the order. Where are we? Here. Now customer has given the order. What is the next step? Now we have to either manufacture the product, or again we have to buy from a separate another vendor if it is a procured material. Okay. Either you have to do procurement or production. If it is a manufactured one, you have to start production, you have to produce it. Or if it is a purchased material, you have to procure it. So this is the way. Before the ordered material can be delivered to the customer, it has to be sourced or manufactured. Before the ordered material can be delivered to customer, it has to be sourced. The way in which a material is sourced can depend on the material itself as well as on the sales transaction. So you have to check whether you can deliver that, you whether you have the stock in your organization or not for that product. You have to check. If it is not there, either you have to manufacture it or you have to purchase from a your vendor, your supplier. Okay, the material can be sourced as follows: directly from stock. Already, if you have inventory, if you have stock, directly from the stock you can deliver, or by replenishment from a vendor if it is a purchased material, using purchase requisition or a purchase order, that is in okay, or by replenishment through own production. That means if it is a manufactured product, you have to manufacture it. You have to inform your production team, boss, I got a sales order, this much quantity the customer wants by this date, you start the production. That is happens in planning and production via a planned order and or a production order. So this comes under and PP normally. So sourcing, so either it comes in okay, to existing stock, or you produce it in house production, or you procure it. Okay, so this we are not going to execute in the system because this is not the sales activity. Okay, so what I did is I already entered some inventory in the system for this product. What is a product? This is our product, right? Our product is this one, FG111. So for this product, what I did is I entered some stock already. If I go to MMB stock overview, this one, this is a material. The plant is 1010. Okay, and if I go to the stock inventory, you see already it is having a 70 pieces of stock. So two sales orders we have now, 20, 10, 10, 20. So we have sufficient stock. So now we can deliver the product to the customer. Okay, so purchasing or production and all not our area, that will be taken care by either or by PP. So you don't have to worry. Already we have enough sufficient stock. So now you can deliver the product to the customer. Okay, so we are here. Now we are here. We created inquiry. From inquiry we created quotation. From the quotation we created sales order. Now you have to create outbound delivery. Now the shipping phase starts. We are here. Shipping. Shipping. You deliver the product to the customer. Okay. When the sourcing of the requested material is confirmed, shipping process can begin. Okay. So once you have the sufficient stock, then you can start the shipping phase. Okay, in SAP S4 HANA, the creation of outbound deliveries is the first step in the shipping process. So you create a outbound delivery, that is the first step. Okay, the outbound delivery controls, supports and monitors numerous process steps such as the following: picking, packing, of course these are optional, then transportation planning, creation of shipment documents, these are also optional. Okay, and finally posting the goods issue. So using outbound delivery you can execute all these functions, but this picking, packing, uh, uh, shipment document, these are optional, but you have to do goods issue. But again, all these functions we will discuss in depth when we go to the shipping topic. Okay, so now let's create a outbound delivery. So in the shipping process, the steps are: first you create a outbound delivery, then picking, then packing, and then posting the goods issue. Of course, these two are optional, picking and packing. Normally, if they have WM or EWM module, they will have these activities, picking and packing. But these two are mandatory, outbound delivery and posting the goods issue. Okay, so you ship the product to the customer basically. That's it. Okay, so now let's create outbound delivery. Okay, so now we are in the shipping phase. So first step is outbound delivery. Outbound delivery. The T code is VL01N. Okay, and after that, of course, you will have goods issue. Goods issue. Okay, that is done through normally VL02N only. VL02N. Okay, here now let's do one by one. So first we'll do through GUI. This is my sales order. Everything is ready. Now I'm creating a outbound delivery. So let me go to the GUI. I'll open one more session. And the shipping activity is normally done by warehouse team. Okay, because the product is will be available in warehouse, So warehouse team will do these activities, and also you should understand who will do all these transactions. All transactions are not performed by one person or one department. This training I am executing all, but in real time these activities will be done by different departments at different times. Inquiry will be created by one department, quotation normally created by one department, orders will be created by sales representatives. Okay, delivery will be done by warehouse, billing document will be created by finance department. So you should understand that also. Okay. So now let's create an outbound delivery. Now this time I will enter the T code directly in the command field, VL01N, enter. Okay, this is the, I'll enter the shipping point. Already in the enterprise structure topic we understood what is shipping point. Okay, this is my date and this is the order. So what is my sales order? 5751. Okay, but the date was 019, I believe. Date was 109. Okay, let me enter the date. Enter. Okay, they will enter it. Now they will see all the information has come from sales order, ship to party, material, quantity, everything has come from sales order. Now they will go to picking tab. Customer wants 10, we can deliver 10. Picked quantity they will enter here, enter 10. The status will get changed to fully picked. Again, we will understand in depth about this transaction and all when we go to shipping topic in depth. Okay, don't worry. Now save it. Outbound delivery create, save it. Now the outbound delivery is created. What is outbound delivery number? 80005704. Change. Let me go to change. This is the outbound delivery number. Okay, outbound delivery number. Okay, after this you have to deliver it. So what is the current stock? Current stock is 70. So from the 70 we are delivering 10 to the customer. So what they will do, they will go to change mode. Okay, customer wants 10, now they have to deliver, so they will do post goods issue. This one you can have this post goods issue also, VL02N. It will create a material document actually. Okay. So now we are delivering the product to the customer. So we are delivering 10, our stock is 70. So from 70, 10 stock will get deducted, stock will become 60. Okay, post, they will click on this button, post goods issue, click on it, done. Your outbound delivery got saved and there is a material document. You see there is a material document. Let me copy the material document. This is my material document. Again, what is this material document and all we will discuss in the subsequent sessions. So this is my material document, post goods issue. So now the most important thing is, as we deliver 10, as we deliver 10, my earlier stock was 70. Okay, now from the 70 we deliver 10. Now if I refresh the screen, stock will get changed to 60. I'm refreshing the screen. See, now the inventory stock has become 60. So we delivered the product. Okay, so now where are we? We delivered, we are here, right? We are here. Okay, now we will execute this through Fiori. We will execute this through Fiori. So let me go to Fiori, go to SAP home screen. Now here you have create outbound delivery with order reference app. This is the tile. Click on that. Okay, I'll enter my shipping point 1010. Okay, enter the date. You will come to know why I'm changing the data. That we will discuss when we go in depth. Don't worry. Why I'm changing the date to 1st of September instead of today, that what is the logic behind it, what is the reason behind it and all we will discuss when we go to the those topics, basically availability check topic, schedule lines topic. Don't worry. Now what is the sales order we created through Fiori? This is the one, 5752. 5752. Again, click on continue. Click on continue. Okay, you will get this screen. Go to the, they will go to picking tab. Customer wants 10, we can deliver 10. Okay, then now instead of saving the outbound delivery, again go to change mode, again doing the goods issue, directly you can click on post goods issue. That is also possible. So here what I will do, directly I will put post goods issue. Okay, I'll click on that. See, done. Now the outbound delivery document and material document both are created at the same time. So what is outbound delivery? 5075. 5075. This is the outbound delivery document. Okay, and this is the material document. Material document is 7717. Okay, so now we have executed through both the methods, GUI and Fiori. Okay, done. Let's go to the original screen again. That's fine. So now shipping activities are done. We delivered the product to the customer. So what is the next step? Next step is billing. Billing. You have to bill the. You have to send your invoice to the customer. He has to make the payment, right? So he has to make the payment. So we have to send our invoice bill to the customer. Okay. So in the billing, after the shipping process has been completed, the billing documents can be created. Okay, this can be done with reference to one or more outbound deliveries. So normally billing will be done using the outbound delivery when selling physical products. Okay, you're selling the product, right? So that time you have to use outbound delivery. But sometimes when you sell your services, then that time you will do through with reference to sales order. This anyhow we will discuss when we go to the sale of services topic. That time we'll discuss. As of now we are covering selling of a physical product. Okay, in both the cases, the relevant information is copied from the preceding documents into the billing document. So from the outbound delivery document, all the information will get copied to your billing document. The billing document, the billing document serves as a data source for financial accounting and to help you monitor and process customer payments. This is the basically now the interface between FICO will start from here. Okay, when a billing document is created, the general ledger accounts are normally determined automatically and the relevant data is posted. Okay, so we are here basically, we are here, pre-sales activity is done, sales activity is done, we have done shipping. Now we are here, we are doing the billing, we are sending the invoice to the customer. Normally this will be done by FIT. Okay, so now let's do this. We are here, where are we? This one. So billing. So basically in the billing phase, you create invoices for goods and services, and also sometimes you can create credit memo and debit memo. Again we will discuss this in the billing topic, how to create a credit memo and debit memo. And sometimes canceling previously posted billing documents due to some xyz reasons, your billing documents have to be cancelled. That also we will see. And automatically transferring billing document to accounting. This is to FI, financial accounting. Okay. So now let's do the billing. So billing. So create invoice. Create invoice. Invoice. The T code is VF01 normally. Okay. So let's do that. We'll go to first GUI, traditional GUI. This is outbound delivery, right? Using this we have to do. If I go to VF01, okay. So create billing document. Here you have to enter the billing document. Sorry, outbound delivery document. Sorry, outbound delivery document. Okay, the moment you enter, all the information from the outbound delivery document will get copied to the screen. See, you got everything. You got it. System copied all the information: material, quantity, value, tax, customer, customer code. Everything got copied here. Okay. Now simply you need to save it. So you create an invoice, and then they will take a printout of it, and then they will send it to the customer. So I'm saving it. Okay. So now billing document is created. What is the document number? This is a document number. This is a document number. Okay. This is a document number. Now let's execute this through Fiori. Okay. So let's go to Fiori. Where is Fiori? This is a Fiori. So here there is a tile app. Create billing documents VF01. Click on this app. Okay. Same thing. A system automatically remembers the last outbound delivery document. This one. which we have done through Fiori. This is the one. This is the one. So it automatically proposes there. Just enter. All the information got copied. Everything got copied. Okay, and then you just simply save it. Save. Okay. So billing document got created. This is the one. 4913. That's fine. Let's enter directly here. 4913. Okay. So till this part is normally sales process normally. Okay. Now after that, customer makes the payment. When the customer makes the payment, you will post incoming payment. Post incoming payment. Okay, that is purely FI activity. The T code is F-28. F-28. This is the T code. F-28. Post incoming payment. It's a purely finance activity. We don't have anything on that one. Payment. Okay, this is the one. As outlined before, as outlined before, the SAP system generates all the required documents for accounting as soon as the billing document is saved. Okay, as I just explained, the posting of incoming payments is done in the financial accounting department. So this will be done by FIT, finance team. Okay, not by us. When an incoming payment is posted, the data on the relevant GL accounts is posted automatically. This GL accounts and all this FI thing, their respective GL accounts will get updated. Okay, the data on the relevant general ledger accounts is then posted automatically as follows: a debit posting on the cash account, a credit memo on the customer's receivable account. All these are FI terms. FI terms. Okay, so this is the one. Payment in finance, posting payments against invoices, reconciling differences. Okay, any differences are there, they will check. Payment is a process that is part of finance, the accounting application module, not by us. Okay. Uh, so now, before that, I will show you the process flow. Okay, so now we have created all these documents. We created inquiry. From inquiry, we created quotation. From quotation, we create sales order. From sales order, we created outbound delivery. And from outbound delivery, we did post goods issue. And then we created invoice. All these documents will get linked to each other. Each other. So that document flow. In GUI, it is called document flow. Document flow. And in Fiori, it is called process flow. Both I will show you. Both I will show you. So what is document flow? So what you can do, you go to your sales order. Simple. You go to your sales order VA03. Okay, what was the sales order which is done through GUI 5751? This is the one. Okay, now just enter. Now here you see there is a button here, document flow, display document flow. If you click on that, it will display all the preceding documents and the subsequent documents. So this is the inquiry. You see, inquiry, inquiry. Okay, quotation, then order, outbound delivery, then your goods issue, then your invoice. All the documents you can see it here. Okay, and also your journal entry, which is says not cleared as the incoming payment is not yet done, as we have not executed F528 transaction. Still, it is showing not cleared. Once the transaction is executed, it will show as cleared. So all that linking, everything we can see it here. See all that information in the document flow. Now in the Fiori, you have the process flow. So what is this process flow? Of course, both same. The linking of documents within a sales and distribution process can be displayed via the process flow. Okay, I'll show you this in the system. This enables you to access the history and current status of the relevant documents at any time. Okay, so you can see the statuses, which one completed, which one is still pending. You can see that. Depending on the document from which you call the process flow, all the relevant preceding and subsequent documents are displayed. Yeah, yeah. So let's say you are calling process flow from sales order. Then the preceding ones, inquiry, quotation, it will show, and the subsequent ones, outbound delivery, goods issue, and then your invoice, everything it will show. Okay. The main processing status can also be tracked in this way. and it is possible to navigate to the fact sheets of the respective documents. From there you can go to the respective documents. I'll show you this. So how to see the process flow? The process flow will appear look like this one. You see, this is the sales order, this is outbound delivery, this is an invoice, this is an accounting document, and it will show its status. See, it is showing completed, it is shipped, it is completed, now it is not clear, journal entry, on which date they are completed, it will show that also. It will show that also. So how to see this process flow in the system, we will see. So let's go to Fiori. I'll go to the home screen. Okay, now here you go to manage sales orders, this app. Okay, I'll go to this app. I'll take say one sales order. I'll take this sales order 5751. This sales order I will go. Okay, I'll enter the sales order here. Okay, click on go. You will get this one. Just click on the sales order. Double click, again click on the sales order. Now here you see there is a tab called process flow. You see here, click on that process flow. It will take you to there. See, you can see that quotation, order, sales order, outbound delivery, invoice, and accounting. And it's showing its statuses. You see, statuses and when these are processed. You see, all these are. And accounting journal entry is still not yet cleared. Not yet cleared. So once they execute that FI28 transaction, it will show as clear. It will show as clear. Okay, so this is the process flow in the Fiori. So in GUI it is document flow, in the GUI it is document flow, and in the Fiori it is process flow. That is a place where you can see. That is a place where you can see. Okay, uh, I'll try to do posting of a one document. Okay, I'll try to do one posting document in the accounting. Let's see how it works. First I'll go to customer lines. All these are FI activities, huh? You don't have to worry. Sorry, 1010. Okay, I'll try to post. Let's see how it goes. What is the document number? 94003, right? Why it is not showing here? Open items, later data. Maybe date problem, I believe. Shall we change the date? Okay, this is the one document. But this document, let's say I want to post it. So what? Let's try. If it gets executed, that's fine. Okay, go to transaction F-28, post incoming payment. Don't worry about this transaction. This transaction is executed by FI. Even I am not an expert in this transaction, to be honest. Okay, so I'll enter the date. Document date I will enter first only. Let's see how it happens. Okay, account. Okay, I'll enter this account customer number. What is the amount was? Amount is 1190. 1190. Enter. That's okay, fine. Okay, and double click this one, right? 03. 03. Take this one minus what is the amount? 1. Okay, I'll deactivate this one also. Okay, now not assigned is this one. Let me go to document. Okay, wait, take this one, go to overview. Okay, try to simulate. Okay, 261210, right? Minus 2612.10. Now it has become 0. Okay, now let me try to post it. I'm posting it. Okay, let's wait. Let's try to do that. Just give me 1 minute. Okay, right? Remove this. Huh? It's fine. Remove this. Okay. No? Let's try to post. No, no. No. There is some issue actually. It's okay. Once they post it, actually the status here will get changed to cleared. Okay, that's FI activity. Let's not worry about that. Okay. So with this, we have completed the end-to-end process flow of sales processes. Okay, we have covered this flow on a high level. From next session onwards, we will be going to the master data, and then subsequent in these two phases, in depth, in detail, configuration and everything we will be discussing one by one. Okay. Thank you. Thanks. Thanks for your time. Thank you.